Hello, I'm Frankie. I'll introduce myself briefly in a short moment, but I wanted to introduce my business, Abundance World, to you. And I wanted to also introduce the You Belong to the Land retreat, which will be a 5-day journey on June 13th to 18th in Flat Rock, Newfoundland, this year, 2026. So, some are calling it a retreat, some are calling it initiation. But what I know for sure is that it's on the edge of the world. And if you feel like you are on the edge of the world or your world, I want you to know something. I'm hosting this retreat for one reason. It's not random, okay? The reason is something in you knows it's time to take the mask off and start belonging in the way that you want to belong. And that's what I feel deeply. Okay, so ask yourself this question. Am I in a season of change? Am I in a season of change? And if that answer is yes, then keep listening. I know this is true for me. If you're successful, okay? Who's successful here? Show of hands. Yes. Who still feels like they're not fully whole? You're accomplished, you're successful. You have something in your life, though, that tells you you've been on one path and you've been going that way for a while, which is awesome. And there's something there that's telling you, go on a new path. Go onto the path of the unknowns. That path can be super scary. I get it. That path can be super unrealistic. Who knows what's there? Who knows what monsters lie beneath or mountains lie ahead? Okay? Totally. I get it. I'm scared too, and I'm terrified. But this retreat is all about belonging. And so why not go there together? There's an Irish saying, and forgive me, don't ask me to spell it because I'm literally just learning how to pronounce things. But the saying is Gerian bon botar. Gerian bon botar. Two makes the road shorter. That's what it literally translates to. To make the road shorter, to make the journey lighter. And I love that because here we are on the edge of the world. We want to take our mask off, and it feels daunting and scary to do it alone. So why not go together? So, show of hands again. I want to know who has been exhausted. Anybody been exhausted here before? Mentally, emotionally? Yes. Yes, that is me as well. I get it. Houston, we have a problem. Listen, year over year, folks, I know you do. I know you feel the call to return to the land. Okay? I know you feel the call of being disconnected, of searching. And I know that you want the sense of belonging. I get that. And so this retreat is for folks who are accomplished, who have been successful in their careers. You might be performing really well at your job. You might be getting, in the midst of a promotion or trying to get a promotion. You also likely play many roles and important roles to many people in your life. On top of that, you might be navigating an identity shift. Okay, so whether that be a gender identity shift, because that's what it is for me in this moment, and that's the ceremony that I've been sitting in the past 5 years. You might be empty nesting right now. You might be moving careers. You might be thinking about different industry. You might also be thinking about your aging parents and thinking about how to best be the best caregiver for them. And so you're someone who needs that presence, right? You're someone who needs the connection to land and to others and to be serene in that connection. And so this retreat might be for you. If that's the case, if these words resonate, it might be for you. You're also probably the one who, like me, holds it all together for everyone else. I get that. I really, truly get that. And so if you're here today and you've ever felt the pang of loneliness in those roles, despite all the level of achievements and accomplishments that you've had, despite the maybe unwelcome presence that people have given you throughout your life in different spaces, I'm here today to say, I welcome you. I'm here today to give you permission to go on, girl, let your hair down, be who you need to be. This is the year of the horse. Go for it. Ride away into the sunset, because I need you to stop pretending. I need you to stop pretending already, okay? We're in deep, deep ceremony right now with this earth. I need you to know that earth needs you. Earth really needs us to step it up. And I want to be clear about who this retreat is for and who it's not for. Okay, so I've kind of gone into that a little bit the past 2 minutes, but if you are a high-performing person, okay, you've got credentials, you've done the damn thing, you've already climbed a lot of mountains. Now I want you to move through your next one. I don't want you to climb it, I want you to move through it. That's the kind of person that we're looking for at this retreat. This retreat is also for folks deep in evolution of identity. You are becoming who you need to be in the world, okay? You might, like I said, you might be identifying as gender non-binary, gender expansive, transgender. You might be identifying as a woman or a man, cis woman, trans man, trans math, trans femme. I want you here, okay? This is the identity and the journey of your identity. You might also be just any other regular person, right? Despite having those identity shifts, you might just be wanting to evolve into your career. You might just want to be making a personal move. Maybe it's a geographic, actual move through the world. So I want people who have depth, and I don't want dogma, okay? Dogma is not welcome here. There's going to be all walks of life here. Just come to this retreat if you want depth, no dogma. This is not for people who are looking for a backyard shed party. Okay, it's a nature immersion retreat. We're not going to go in the back shed and sit on your skidoo and drink beers. There's a time and place for that, but this is not it. And I know Newfoundlanders, if you're hearing me, you know about these shed parties. This is not for entertainment, okay? We have curated a very specific ecosystem of facilitators here, and I want you to know that you belong at the table. So if you've never felt that you belong, I want you to step up now and say, this is my place at the table. Don't sit back, okay? Don't let others do the healing work for you. It's not for them to do, it's for you to do. You have something special to contribute to the world, and I want you to step into that identity. This is your invitation to stay and listen more if this aligns with you. I know this to be true. This is probably the biggest truth of all time of my life. Nature doesn't ask you to perform. No. Nature recalibrates your expectations of performance. Nature recalibrates your expectations of performance. Who you are in the world today will be held by nature, will be guided by nature. It is in our nature, in our earth bodies, to be guided by nature. Okay? This is what I know to be true. And if you aren't allowing for spaciousness, for that kind of expansion in your life, no worries. No worries. This retreat isn't for you at this time. Okay. Still with me? Anybody? So, for the folks who this does align with, Abundance World has 4 pillars. And let me briefly explain. Land, body, ceremony, community. Land, body, ceremony, community. Okay. I'll start with land. Nervous system regulation through nature, through immersion. This looks exactly like what you're seeing here. Barefoot walking, pressing belly to earth, cold plunging, deep breaths, fresh air, forest bathing, you name it. Okay, developing a relationship with the land that is a pillar of ours. Body, I'll skip to body. So land, body. Breath work, somatic restoration. If we are to imagine a new world, a new infrastructure of belonging and healthcare and wellness, that is what you need to do in your earth body. Okay, these are things that we have an earth body for. And that also, if you've noticed, depends on your geographical location. Okay. So when you go on vacation, you might notice that your body reacts differently. Sorry. Your body reacts differently on a beach versus on a mountain. Okay. Your body definitely reacts differently in a big city versus a small town. Your body definitely reacts differently in wide open spaces versus a cubicle. Okay, so these are the types of things I mean when I say body. So body is one of the pillars of abundance world. Land, body, community. Okay? Our community is no performance, no hierarchy. We are co-led, we are co-created, we are co-navigating this ship together. Okay? As the world's needs change, abundance world's needs may also change. So we right now are building a community specifically for folks who identify as queer, trans, or non-binary. Right now, 5% of all of our proceeds from all of the things we do, including retreats, go toward that long-term vision. So just know that you are directly contributing to the queer community, to belonging, to creating spaces and nature immersion for wellness and recovery of folks in my community. Thank you. Because everybody's just healing. Everyone's healing like the rest of us, right? And the fourth and final philosophy. So land, body, community, ceremony. Ceremony. Okay? We all make meaning. We all want to integrate. And so this is for folks who are growing together. Yet, like I said, you have your own path to follow. So you have your own challenges to face. You have your own rituals that might work for you. This is not a one-stop shop. This was not a cookie cutter kind of, here's what you need to do to get well or to feel belonging, to feel health. It's not like that, okay? Abundance World is a space dedicated to the fact that each of you are unique, that each of you will never be like anyone else on this planet ever again. So let's ceremonialize that. Let us ceremonialize who you are becoming, who you have been, because I want to celebrate. Ceremony is it's not just tradition, right? And it's not just ritual. Ceremony is really making meaning of what's happening, being able to sit with the grief of who you were and the unknown of who you're going to be. So ceremony, land, body, community, ceremony. I'll tie it back to my own identity, okay? I was a former exercise physiologist. I actually graduated from Memorial University in Newfoundland. I moved to Toronto. I studied naturopathic medicine. I graduated from naturopathic medical school, and I still felt like I didn't belong. I was searching, and I realized when I look back that I was searching constantly. I thought that those things would come in degrees and titles. I realize that we are in a very unique time on Earth's evolutionary wheel. We are in a very unique time on Earth's evolutionary wheel, okay? The cycles of nature, composting, weather, whatever, systems are collapsing all around us. These cycles can help us understand how to keep going in a time of collapse. Okay, the Earth is always changing, and that includes the societal constructs that we've made. So in order to imagine and reimagine land-based immersion and how that helps with restoration of our souls and of our bodies, we need to actually remember who we are as a society. And that starts with us, but we want to do it in a co-created space, okay? So now I'm certified in forest therapy. This is what I love to do. Okay, I love what I do. This is amazing, and I have so much knowledge to share with you. So I'm very excited. Let's get into the you belong to the retreat, the actual day by day. So I have for you here what a day would feel like and look like. If you want the full schedule, it is on my website, abundanceworld.today. Okay. But for now, let me just go through. So early morning, 10 a.m., 1:30, après dinner. Okay. So in the mornings, imagine waking up oceanside, rolling out of bed, and your feet landing softly on moss, taking in a deep breath of fresh air, and watching the sunrise at the most easterly point in North America. That is what we'll be doing every morning at this retreat. We'll begin every day with an earth blessing, a sunrise meditation, and a walk through the forest. It will be no stress, just ease, okay? Grounded in science and spirit, and you'll be with like-minded folks. So if you're not an early morning person, no big deal. I'd say this is a huge part of the retreat, but I get it. The home that we're staying in is just nearby. You'll be able to have your coffee and watch us through the window if that's your vibe in the mornings. So if you like a slow morning, go for it. 10 a.m. is when the actual group programming starts. And the morning program is all earth themed every day. So you can expect to root down. You can also expect to crack open. And this is what I call finding your stillness abilities. So earth really guides us in there. So all your stillness abilities come from earth. Even beyond the early morning meditations, from 10 a.m. onward till lunch, you can expect to be sitting with plants from both a spiritual and an educational perspective, and attuning your fields with that of Mother Earth, okay? And that means energy work as well. So we'll be learning through attunement, energy, Mother Earth, and we'll also be learning through Celtic storytelling and myth, because that's my jam. I love it. And I just want you to know that you just may get downloads, okay, from these sessions, because the earth is speaking loudly to us right now, and you'll learn how to tune in and listen to what that looks like. So definitely expect downloads in the morning session. Afternoons, so obviously lunch, and then afternoons will be transitioning into being a little bit more of an expansive space. So like water, each day, the afternoon programming with our lovely facilitation team. Oh my God, there's going to be so many good things, from contemplative art to activation breath work to decompression breath work to two-eyed seeing perspectives, how to develop your self-leadership from the Mi'kmaq perspective, which is the indigenous nation on the island of Newfoundland. And also scattered in between will be sessions of and moments of clarity and mindfulness with food. So kind of snack bite-sized joy, little bite-sized, with our joy artisan, Marnie. And I'm going to introduce all of our facilitators here in the next minute or so. So, that sounds like a lot already. There will be a lot of time and ample space to just relax and integrate. Okay, I don't run strict retreats that are like boom, 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 boom. You won't feel the exhaustion that you have felt maybe at other conferences or that type of vibe. This is like Mother Nature is holding us. We move at the speed that she wants us to go, and we're always listening. Okay, so there'll be lots of space, if you're wondering, for unfolding your own armor in a way, like in between lunch and dinner. Lots of good chats with folks. The retreat participants are amazing. The facilitators are amazing. So worry not, you'll have lots of time. and spaciousness. In the evenings after dinner, we'll focus more on the element of fire. And what I mean by that is more on ceremonial practices. So we'll be working with the element of fire as the focus, but what does that look like as it translates to sessions? It will be storytelling, it'll be myth, it'll be intention setting for the summer solstice, which is just around the bend from June 13th to 18th, which is the retreat. And Wendy, who you'll meet again in the facilitator section, she is going and doing an amazing thing, which is a shamanic journey for us through the ocean to meet whale. Okay, like this is deep work right before you go to bed. I can't wait for Wendy's session. So yeah, again, you'll notice there's some differences in the way that this retreat is run and held in comparison to like busy conferences and that kind of thing. I don't want this to be an overload. If you need space, take it. There will be ample space and time, and nature will be always holding you. So let's meet our beautiful team. Instead of listing their credentials mechanically, I want you actually to know